Hey everybody, and welcome to my in5 series where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Viewfinder Glass writes in, he's got an MPC One. I haven't have it live, so it's a little bit different. He's got an SP404 mk2, and he's got an OP-1 that he wants to be able to connect these things in a loop and not get loop feedback issues. You can kind of do this, but I want to go through first and explain what my current setup is as I've been kind of working through getting things together and why I've done some of the stuff I've done. So MPC Live has multiple outputs, and this allows me to actually kind of send, route, and aggregate audio through the MPC. And when I route audio, I can make sure I'm not creating a feedback loop because I'm routing audio from this is going to channel 1 on my mixer, and then all of the other channels are routed to the aux to go back to the input. So there's no way for me to route currently, for how I have it set up, any audio from the main out to the input, which would cause a feedback loop. Everything else is now the channels 3 and 4 are going to the SP404 mk2, and channels 5 and 6 are going to the Chaos Pad Mini. To extend this, it wouldn't be too hard to add in the OP-1. You could probably just switch these two and consider it that way. Now, why am I saying this? As I said, the MPC One only has a one stereo output and one stereo input. The nice thing is about the MPC line is you can get pretty cheap audio interfaces. I'd say check out the Behringer 1820. It's a USB audio interface that will get you at least 8 ins and 8 outs by default. You can expand it with 8 at to get, I think, 16 and 16. So you got plenty of options for routing audio, and it would basically allow you to turn your MPC into a mixer. I'm kind of using it a little bit as like a sub mixer, sub router in some ways, is like maybe an easy way to think about it. But I am offloading a lot of the signal routing also to the Teenage Engineering TX6 here, which again is taking tracks 2 through 5 and routing them back into the input. So anything that I want to send around, I just have to run it into the mixer and it will just get over to the MPC. But I can't have the main out. I don't have the main outs routed, so it just will actually go out to my headphones, speakers, wherever I want them to. With all of this setup, I can do some kind of fun stuff. So like right now, if I hit play, I've got this track. And right now, I've got this, the drums are routed to the Chaos Pad. So I can kind of play with it. Or if I just let it go, the signal's going. But I can turn the effect on and off whenever I want. And if I want to record this, it's not too bad. I just go menu, go into the looper, to clear loop. Maybe this isn't in time. Maybe I want a different effect. But I've now recorded this. This is now a loop. I don't have any feedback or anything else going on. So this is probably the best case. I mean, you could get even crazier with mixing and routing if you wanted, but this is what I would consider to be roughly the best case scenario is audio goes out, comes back in, and we can record it and don't have to worry about feedback loops at all. But what Viewfinder Glass is doing is setting up a chain where they're basically going from MPC to, I don't know, OP-1 to SP404 mk2, and then back in. Now, what's going to happen when you do this is you're going to basically be sending audio around in a circle forever because you're going to play a drum. It's going to go into the OP-1. It's then going to go into the SP404 mk2. Then it's going to go back to the MPC, and around we go. And yes, you're going to be able to apply effects, but it's going to be through a basically infinitely looping set of audio. Now, the main problem we have is that there's not really a good way to monitor the audio between all of these devices and turn monitoring on and off all the time. Basically, it's kind of like you can't record on the SP404 mk2 if you don't have the EXT source up to be able to record an external source. If I remember correctly, I think the OP-1 is in the same boat. However, on the MPC One, Live, and X, we do have this monitoring on, in, and off. So if you turn this off, you just saw, like I was able to record over here without having monitoring on. So if I had set up a chain loop like that, it would be okay. I mean, you're still risking getting a feedback loop, but it should work fine, and you shouldn't get any looping issues. Now, you're not going to be able to use the USB-C. Personally, Like, I like it because it's just so easy to go USB to the SP404 Mark II here. And now I can send audio over, which is nice, but this still, if I want to be able to record off of what I'm sending from here over to here into the from the SP404 Mark II into the OP-1, it's going to just get this feedback loop because we're just going into out, out to in, recurring forever. So honestly, I would say disconnect this, and I'm just going to switch over and try and draw a picture here so that maybe this will help a little bit more. But we're going to turn on the notepad and effectively, oh, I got to log back in here apparently. So what I've got, I'm just going to draw a quick picture. I'm going to get back to pencil. Come on, pen, whatever. Man, I'm doing it all wrong today. So I've got a mixer up here, and I've got MPC, KP3, and 404. And basically, I've got audio going into the mixer like this. I've then got the MPC, the output is also going doink and doink. So we can see like this could potentially cause a loop, but we're going, you know, headphone out over here, which is where we're just getting kind of like track one, and that's all that's going, because this is just how I've got the routing set up. So basically 1 is main, 2 to KP3, 3 is going to the 404. And then everything, these two are going out the aux, which then goes back to the MPC. So this is just how the routing goes, because so that we can, this is MPC main, maybe make it a little bit more clear. So this is fine. Now, what Viewfinder Glass wants to be able to do is go, I'm going to draw this a little different, MPC to 404 and OP-1. Actually, you know what? I'm going to even switch these. I'm just going to go. I would suggest going, have the OP-1 first, and then go the other way, personally. So let's go OP-1 and 404. So we're going to go from MPC, we're going to go out to in on the OP-1, and this is going to get us kind of our first chain. And you're going to need to go, this is going to be monitor on. This is basically, you're just going to be pushing the microphone, and you can't see me doing it. I get the screen that way. You're just going to tap the microphone button, make sure you have monitoring on for your line coming in. Then we're going to go out to, we're going to go in on the 404. And again, you're going to want EXT source on. And this is going to make sure that you can hear. So if you send anything from your MPC, it can be affected by the OP-1, and then you can send from the OP-1 to your 404. You can do your effects there. From here, we're going to say, we'll go out, and we're going to go boink, back to MPC in, and you're going to say, this is going to create a feedback loop. It will, but you're going to want monitor off over here. And then we're going to go, this is probably just use the headphone jack over on your 404, and this will be going to your headphones over here in the corner. And I'd say 9 times out of 10, you should be fine. This won't cause you any kinds of feedback loops because you've got monitoring off over here. So this is absolutely important. Make sure you've got monitoring off, otherwise you will have a feedback loop. But as I said, again, I would really highly suggest getting a USB audio device like the Behringer 1820. It's a great value for the money, and will allow you to send and use your MPC to do all the routing, more like what I have for the picture up top. And then you won't have any of these feedback issues to worry about. Anyway, thank you for the question. Thanks for stopping by. Keep making music. Keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.